Hi guys, I'm Shmi. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome back to the channel where today you join me to do even more preparations for the Gumball 3000. We're taking the AMG GT R over to Dub Customs because today it's time to get some stickers and make it look like a proper Gumball car. Now I know some of you are going to tell me that we're ruining it, but remember, this is a rally. It's supposed to be different. We're also going to be taking the Red Edition Focus RS, which is going out to Mountune because they're going to be taking it to Ford Fair this weekend. So you'll see the car down there if you're going as well. But let's jump in the cars. I'm going to be joined by Benzine Ben and get them over to Dub Customs. As I said, Benzine is back.
Hey.
He's joining me, co-driving on the Gumball, your second Gumball.
Yes.
Ready?
Can't wait. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Can't wait to go to Japan.
Last time around, we were 4 in the Avatar 6. This time around, we've got to endure each other for 3,000 miles.
Yeah, a little bit more driving, but I've had a bit of training since then.
A fair bit of training with the amount of trips, and especially the trips you've done in that car, like the Minimelia.
Yes.
Which wasn't all that long ago. So, which car are you driving now?
Well, how do you decide?
They're very different.
How about I drive the GTR there? And
this isn't coming back.
No, it's not coming back.
You drive the GTR,
Oh,
I'll drive the Focus, sorted. Time to get on the move, and this car is still not quite running, which I feel very bad about, but it needs to do 1,000 miles. It's sitting at 969, but with all the work we had at Proto Trim, and then all the exterior parts at Dub, basically wasn't really my daily driver, and the GTR sounds so good. So, let us get out on the way then. This will actually be running by the time we get to Mountune, so the next time I see it, I can drive the car fairly aggressively. For now though, the fun and games of actually getting it out of the garage, given quite how low the front splitter is. It can be done, it's not too bad, but it is equal to the supercars, even though it's the Focus RS. Anyway, short drive over to Dub, hopefully, an hour or so, an hour and a half, and then we can get to work. Actually, we're going to Mountune first, because we're going to drop this, then to Dub. Oh yes, that sounds so good! Honestly. He's just playing around. The noises it makes, you can hear the blow-off valve for miles. It's really quite interesting, amazing. I love the GTR, it just has so much road presence. The funny thing right now is that the car is currently on 999 miles. In about 0.3 of a mile, it's going to tick over to 1,000. And this is literally the least exciting place in the entire country that this car could reach its run-in period. I'm on the M25 in a fair amount. There we go, 1,000 miles in a fair amount of traffic. So technically, I can now put it into sport mode and then drop some gears, hopefully get some cracks. I mean, this is just stock, remember, in terms of exhaust and sound. There we go. Oh well, that's about all the fun we can have for right now. Let's get off the motorway and go and find some nice roads to enjoy this car for the first time. The M25 seems to have become a little bit of a supercar gathering as a McLaren 12C goes by. Very nice. That is, I think, one of the sister cars to my old 12C from McLaren Manchester, spec the same, and then we've got a Lotus Evora S as well, and behind is a BMW M2. This has just become, like, Carland, out of nowhere, on the M25, the least likely place to have a kind of supercar meet. Not that this is a supercar, but the GTR is behind as well, don't forget. When I said for the first time, I'm not meaning it literally, but I'm meaning the first time in sport mode on a countryside road in the Red Edition Focus RS. It's funny how it feels almost muted when I'd been used to my blue RS before with the Mountune upgrades. I mean, don't get me wrong, those crackles are epic, and this car, it just feels so well balanced. It's a playful thing, an exciting thing. It's got ample power. I've missed it, to be honest, but let's get this dropped off at Mountune, which is just a mile or so up this road, and then it'll be time to jump in the GTR to head over to Dub Customs. Off goes the red Focus for now then. It will be on Mountune's stand at Ford Fair, but we need to jump into the AMG GT R to get over to Dub Customs. It does look good in the sunshine. This colour is very immense. So in we step. Not too often I'm a passenger in here.
It's not, is it?
We are back then at Dub Customs. It wasn't that long ago we were here wrapping this car, and there is actually something inside that I am looking forward to showing you guys. Something quite special and particular to me. And that's what it's like when it's in quiet mode, comfort mode I think at the moment. Car going into the workshop. To watch out for the little bump, but no problem. This colour in the sun is glorious. It's actually quite interesting to hear it now. Exhaust valves closed.
But in he goes to line up. Now, inside here, things get pretty interesting. There are lots of very nice cars around. I'm not entirely sure where the GTR will park, but what I want to come and show you is that car, that Cayman GT4, is the old Shmeemobile. This was my old Cayman that the new owner is having some work done here at Dub. But this was the car that we had so much fun with, revealing as a surprise back in the time. It looks fantastic, amazing to see it again. It's done about 5,000 miles more than when I sold it, I think about a year and a half ago, 2.5 years ago actually, maybe now. But amazing, lovely car, the GT4 with the flat six, the manual gearbox. Ben?
So many memories with this
reminiscing,
car.
driving it around Bosnia and Bosnia, where else did we go? Croatia, Montenegro.
Yeah, all the way up to the top in Montenegro.
To Budva and the Bay of Kotor in Montenegro in this thing. Fun times in a very big way.
Definitely.
Another one day?
Yes, please.
We've been brainstorming for a while what we could do with the GTR that would bring in the theme of the rally, and I think the overriding theme of this year's adventure is of course going to Japan. Now for the t-shirts that I showed you in the previous video, the team t-shirts that we've made for the 2018 rally, we'll be giving away some of these as we reach each of the checkpoints, but also you can find them in the Shmee 150 shop. You can see here we brought in the different cities and stops, the specific venues that we're visiting. But for the car, we've come up with the idea to do something around the different countries. So on this year's rally, the primary countries that we go to, where we have overnight stops, are of course England, the UK, we've got France, we've got Italy, and we've got Japan. So what about a kind of camo based on the yellow using outlines of the 4 different countries? So we're going to give this a go. Remember, it's a rally. It has to kind of stand out and be different from everyone else. We've seen loads of different designs already. People doing things with the rising sun, the land of the rising sun, Japan, things with different anime style designs. And we wanted to do something different that we haven't yet seen. Now, somebody else might have done exactly the same, but afterwards the car will be being reverted back to its yellow anyway. So we did just toy with doing something similar to in previous years and putting, say, a single big stripe over the top of the car, but we're not going to be going with that. What we are going to be going with is what you can see right here. So using the designs, France, Japan, that we're going to cut out in black and grey to make a camo over the top of this car. And I actually think this is going to look a lot better than at the moment you might initially think it will. Just mark my words for it. Even at the end of today, it's still going to be needing to wait for its sponsor stickers and its Gumball roundels and its numbers on the side. We're team number 150, but let's get them all cut out. Sean's up there doing the work on the plotter to cut out the vinyls, and then it will be time to apply them and see how this is going to look a little bit later on. It's always fun to come up to the mezzanine and look down on the car, but Sean has just put together this render. So you can see, I mean, it's pretty loosely done, sketchy outline of how it's going to be, and based on a car that's green, not yellow, but we're going to lay the different colours around and use them to layer up and create a camouflage style on the GTR, which I guess Ben is currently considering whether this is actually going to work or not. Maybe. I'm not the best. Are you going to do it? No, we'll save that for the pros and just hope that this turns out pretty well at the end. Fast forward into the evening, and clearly Benzene is working very hard over there, but basically we've decided to leave the car mostly yellow for now. No, I'm joking. It's just taking a very long time to finish what we are doing, but let me show you the progress so far that the guys here at Dub have done with the GTR. The country camo is taking shape, and in person, this looks awesome. It's bang on what we wanted from a Gumball style wrap, because it's on the theme of the rally, the route. We've obviously got Japan, the UK, France, there's an Italy here. We've got the dual colors, but keeping the yellow. It's all about the yellow, keeping the base main color of the car. And obviously on top of this, we're going to have all of the Gumball stickers. So what we're actually going to do is take the car kind of as it is, to go and have a look at some of the cars in the Gumball garage that already have their numbers and things, so we can get a good idea of how that's going to look. But basically, there will be some bright kind of neon red numbers. We will have Team 150. Then there will be a Gumball roundel on the bonnet. Obviously, we've got to do the country camo style on there first, and a few sponsors around and about. But we'll get a feel for that and what's going to be needed on this. And then Benzene is going to bring the car back to get it finished in due course as well. That's the plan, absolutely. But from the side, this is looking bang on, like proper Gumball. This is.
Yeah, I think it's turned out really well.
So, thank you guys. No pressure. It's looking very, very good so far. Trying to balance out the blacks and the greys and make it all fit and come together. So the whole car will get that over the next couple of days. And then it'll be time for rally. London. We're about to go past Tower Bridge, which will be just on the left as we go around here, if you can actually see any of that, and the Tower of London. Obviously, it is now substantially darker, but we are headed towards the Gumball garage, where I believe that there should be at least a couple of cars. It's in the centre of the town, because we're going to get started from Covent Gardens, obviously not too far away from there. But some of the cars will still be, or will have arrived at the hotel, as opposed to the garage itself. So those won't be coming along until tomorrow. But for now, let's get there and see what's about. And let's hope that they don't just see this car arrive and start putting stickers on it already, because that would be, well, slightly jumping the gun to put the Gumball sponsors on top of our incomplete sticker design. This is confusing me. Incomplete, not incomplete. That's not even a word. Let's get to the garage. I'm clearly tired. It is time to explore, and things get interesting immediately. There's a DB9. I don't know if that's to do with Gumball, but look on the right here. We have a GT2 RS from Germany and a KTM Crossbow. That is a ridiculous thing to drive the Gumball in, and I can see a lot more cars over this way. So let's get straight through to where the Gumballers are. This is exciting. My first sense of the rally that is coming for this year. So what do we have? We have a 911 GT3. We have another AMG GT R. I've seen pictures of this one with some yellow accents. We have a G-Wagon in bright yellow. Very nice, from Rush R. AMG GTS. Gosh, there are loads more. Right, I'm going to park 720S. I'm going to park and jump out and show you this in more detail. I think you can tell exactly why I've parked the GTR in this lineup of 3 cars, and it is actually the first time since we wrapped the GTR in what we call Solar Dub Yellow that I've seen it alongside a car that is painted in the AMG Solar Beam, the colour that they do from factory, the triple layer yellow that comes at an incredibly high cost. And then beyond that, the G-Wagon is wrapped as well. So this is the real deal. My car is wrapped to kind of match that. And what's quite interesting again here, like I talked about in my wrapping video, is that when you see the vinyl wrap under artificial lighting, you get this kind of green pigment that the camera sees. So the human eyes don't see the greener parts that you see on the camera right now. We just see the brighter points, and the colors look incredibly similar. There is more depth to the GTS for sure. You just have to remember that what you're seeing in terms of the greenness right now is lies. When the car is out in the sunshine, you will not see any of that. So it's quite interesting that this, I would say it's a little bit more washed out, whereas this color is slightly more orangey that they've gone for on the wrap on that. Bit more, yeah, bit more vibrant, I would say, but slightly less real to the GTS Solar Beam paintwork. So really interesting to see that. Those cars from Russia are not yet stickered up, but let's come through and see some of these cars then prepared for the rally. Team number 160 in a 911 Carrera GTS, McLaren 720S, Team 21, Team 98 R8 V10, and a BMW M4 GTS, which is team number 37. So the cars are stickered up with the sponsors. Hot Wheels is on there, that's really cool. So on the bonnet you have the Gumball Roundel, Kappa Face Off, iCash. Then we've got London to Tokyo, of course. Noise. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. You can see the different sponsors. I'll learn all about these. Asprays, Globetrotter, Wonderset, and then Geodis. I need to learn about all the sponsors behind this year's Gumball 3000. But you can see how the stickers go around the car and how they will go around mine when we get to doing them all. So these guys haven't done too much. That's a lot of the green decoration goes against the contrast that you have with the bronzy aspects of the M4 GTS. Limited run of those. I think they made 500, was it, in total? And then another 200 of the DTM Championship Edition. Normal R8 V10 Plus, 720S.
See the wheel writing?
Ah, tyre writing. We will win. We will win. What, Spirit of the Gumball? Is that the challenge? So that's just...
as well on this.
Okay, this is just straight black. Ah, there are also window stickers. Guys' names on the side. Come around the back. Capisto exhaust already on a 720S. Oh, this is cool. On the on the rear window. Is that on all the cars? I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know, that's the only one.
The funny thing is though, I have no idea what that says.
Yeah.
Probably Gumball 3000, something like that. Who knows? So neon red and white obviously, Japanese flag. Tyre writing is hilarious. We will win. Come around and see if this has it on the back as well. But this is...
on the roof.
Ah, yes. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, because the 720S doors open up. So that is... maybe it's a sponsor. Somebody tell us what that says.
Answers in the comments.
Answers in the comments down below. So, there's also a Dawn here, the GTR and the GT3. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Gumball cars, which is always a nice place to start. So I have rambled on for more than long enough. I'm sorry that the lighting in here looks a little bit funny on the GTR, but this is just the start of the country camo. And actually, out of all the cars here, as you were saying, we're probably the one that's most wrapped.
Yeah, and we're half done.
And we're only half done, but there will be plenty of Gumball cars with some pretty nuts and insane wraps on them. This, I actually really like this now.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. This car is going to look epic when it's
Comes
finished.
to life when it's not in a wrapping shop, doesn't it?
Yeah, completely. And sorry guys, I might keep it like this afterwards because it looks so good when it's finished, at least. The back at the moment, actually, if I stand about here, it just looks like the normal AMG GT R. But really interesting to see it next to the Solar Beam Yellow. Today's been quite a long day. We've got a few things to get sorted. Maybe I'll take a few pics of some of the cars that are around here as well before we head on to our next adventures, ready to get even more set. And maybe Benzene helps with this. Maybe the Dub guys come here to get things finished up. We will see what happens because time is short. Gumball is right around the corner. There are still lots of things to do. The t-shirts are ready. You can find those in the Shmee shop. We'll have a few for some of you guys on the grids.
Yep.
Ben's got more than enough stickers.
I do. I can't wait. Look out, Aztec. I'm coming for you.
Team 91 Aztec, the guys that we had a big sticker war with 2 years ago. You might remember I ended up being wrapped in a giant sticker.
I forgot about
in
that.
Bucharest at the finish line, which had previously been on their windscreen. So thank you to the guy who provided that as well. That was really, really cool. Yeah, so the fun stories are going to commence.
Yeah.
Should we give everyone a Shmee sticker right now? No, that's probably not the right way to start. We'll save that to the grid. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. We're going to be off for an adventure of a lifetime this year. There's a lot to come, though, so stay tuned, and we will see you next time. Cheers.